Assassin's Creed Origins is sure to revolutionise boss fights in Assassin's Creed, but in previous games there have been boss fights in a way, so in this video we are going to take a look at the top 5 boss fights in Assassin's Creed. Please bear in mind this is my opinion. If you disagree or have more to add, then please use the comment section down below, but without further ado, let's begin. So to start off with, we have got Crawford Starrick. Now, I wasn't a fan of the combat in Syndicate, however the fight here worked quite well, as during the fight you constantly switched between Jacob and Evie running at Crawford Starrick, meaning that you had to avoid his blasts and things. And in my mind this made for a very interesting and unique boss fight. I'll say what I will about the rest of Syndicate, but this was definitely an interesting thing. Next up we have got the battle between Connor and his father Haytham Kenway. This one does show up quite often in my lists, and that's because it's genuinely a great moment, and that's because the emotions are quite high. Regardless of what you feel about Connor, you definitely feel something for Haytham, I find. And in this battle, he's trying to make Connor see sense in a way. Regardless of what's going on, it's the emotional gravity behind the fight which makes it so good. That, and it's got some nice cutscenes, and it's quite cinematic as well, and it's got the interesting concussion thing going on. Next up, we have got the boss battle between Ezio Auditore and Rodrigo Borgia in Assassin's Creed 2. This is what Assassin's Creed 2 built up to, the fight between Ezio and Rodrigo at the end. And it was definitely an interesting fight, being able to duplicate yourself to confuse Rodrigo and then attack him. The fight has a couple layers to it as well, one where you're fighting Rodrigo here in the church place, the Vatican, and another where you're fighting him below the Vatican. Then there's the emotional gravity behind it because Ezio's here for revenge once again. Next up we have the fight between Pierre Belec and Arnaud Dorian in Assassin's Creed Unity. Now this fight was done like any regular fight in Assassin's Creed Unity, but in layers, 1v1 with Belec, who was really skilled. Also the gravity is there because Pierre Belec basically trained Arnaud to the assassin he is. This boss fight is probably my favourite moment in the entirety of Assassin's Creed Unity, because it's really fun, it's really fast paced, it's got these cutscenes, it feels cinematic, but at the same time there's a little bit of challenge there because Assassin's Creed Unity's combat isn't easy as piss like some other games are, and the fight has a lot of value in the story as well. So in my opinion, this boss fight in Assassin's Creed Unity is really good. It has the emotional gravity, it has the challenge, and it has that cinematic feel which makes it an amazing boss fight. And finally we have the battle between Ezio Auditore and Cesare Borgia in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Now this isn't necessarily the most challenging boss fight in Assassin's Creed, because the boss fight is pretty easy actually, but it's really cool, it feels somewhat cinematic. Cesare has his goons with him, so you have to fight them as well as him, and at the same time you've got to chip off pieces of his armour over and over again until eventually you get to kill him. And I just think that this boss fight was really quite well done. On top of that, with the battle going on around the two characters as they fight, it has that atmosphere to it as well, which makes it all the more better. And honestly, for the scene's value to the story and the fun that comes from it, I think this boss fight is really good. It's a very good climax to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood's story. So there you have it everybody, those are the 5 best boss fights in Assassin's Creed in my opinion as of yet. But there are of course going to be more. Assassin's Creed Origins is going to change the game a little bit, as it's going to have loads of boss fights. But thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you all in the next one with another video. So yeah.